From the new and improved Studio B at the Catholic TV Center, it's the new and improved Going My Way show with Father Chris Hickey, with Father Paul Rouse conducting the new and improved, ever-expanding Catholic TV Orchestra. Today's special guest, Father Myles Sheehan. Now, here's your new and improved host for the show, Father Chris Hickey.
Well, Paul, I'm telling you, have you got a lot of response about our new set?
Everyone loves it.
I'm telling you, they're going crazy. In the Hickey house, they're loving everything except for one small thing.
Really? I can't imagine.
My brother Robert's the one who brought it up.
Did he really?
He loves you. You know that.
I know.
You know my buddy said, Chris.
He'd want me to, to have everything
to be second.
the best for me.
he wants you to be second where you belong. He said, how did you lose top billing? I said, I don't know what I did.
Really?
I don't know. But we'll see if it's still that way. I don't know. I haven't been in the other side yet, so we'll see what they did. It's week 2. We have a great guest today, Father Myles Sheehan, and he's the provincial of the New England Jesuits.
That's right.
Yes.
And more so.
What?
Moreover.
What?
Besides being the Father Provincial.
Well, I got the moreover part. I just know what you want.
Tell his other occupation.
He's a priest.
That's right. But before that.
Oh, he's a doctor.
That's right.
Why is that a big deal?
Well, I think it is.
I was a doctor.
Yeah.
I was a surgeon. Before I just didn't tell anyone because I didn't want to show off. Anybody can. Whatever. Father Myles, he's going to be great. You're going to love him. Here's a great old song. You don't know what's from. You were trying to remember.
I'm trying to remember.
I don't know, but Embrace Me.
My brother would know. I remember.
Really?
He sang it in the play, but I can't remember.
Oh, no kidding.
Girl Crazy? Or no,
maybe it is. Go
sure
something like that. Well, this is a great one. Sing along at home. Embraceable You. Embrace me, my sweet embraceable you. Embrace me, you irreplaceable you. Just one look at you, my heart grew tipsy in me. You and you alone bring out the gypsy in me. I love all the many charms about you. Above all, I want my arms about you. Don't be a naughty baby. Come to Papa do. My sweet embraceable you. Well, you guys are in for a great treat. We'll be right back with Father Myles Sheehan on the other side. We thank you for tuning in to Going My Way here on Catholic TV, where it's all for you. Well, we're here. We're back. And what do you think, by the way?
I think that sign is wonderful.
Week
I'm so glad they finally put that in the right order.
Week 2. Hold on, I'm going to fix this. What do you think of that? Yeah, there's all the lights. Yeah.
I like it even better now.
Week 2 here with the new set of Going My Way. Me in front of the beautiful Charles River. And the city, all right? And there's been a mistake made on this marquee that was promised to me it would be fixed. I mean, it's one thing to...
I didn't see anything wrong with it whatsoever.
Of course, it's just to the left of your dome is your name, and then to the right would be my name, and those who are reading in American would say, featuring Father Paul Rouse, thinking he was the headliner.
Well, why don't I? I'm ready. I'm ready. I've watched you enough.
I'll put you back here someday. We'll see how you do. We'll see how you do. Yeah, it's easy. It's all fun and games till someone loses an eye. All right. Hey, listen. Today on the show, as we mentioned in the other room, Father Myles Sheehan. Do you know anything about him?
I know that he's the big boss
The big
just recently
of the whole Jesuits, Superior General of the entire world.
Well, I mean the New England province, anyway.
Oh, okay. So not the big boss.
Oh, well, this was the most important province.
I'm the big boss in Hanover.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Who told you?
Father Marty Connor.
Did he?
Yep, reminds me all the time. He calls me. He walks by me, bows his head. Big boss, big boss. You know what I mean? So, well, listen. Enough chat. Let's get. What do you think? Should we get Father Myles out here?
Yeah,
let's bring him out, Father Myles Sheehan, everybody. Here we are, Myles. Great to be with you. Thank you for coming on the show. All right, we're going to throw Rousey out. Get out, Rousey. I kid. I tease him. Goodbye, Rousey. Did you see the sign behind you? We're trying to fix it.
Yeah. I think it's just fine the way it
Everybody does. Myles, everybody but me thinks it's just fine the way it is. I'm not getting this.
The first will be last.
That's right. I'll have to remind him of that. You're absolutely right. The first will be last. That's a good point. Myles, so tell us, where are you from?
Grew up in Marshfield. Went to St. Christine's Parish.
Yeah.
Then went to college and medical school up at Dartmouth.
Really?
Came back to Boston, did my residency, and then I joined the Jesuits.
And when did you become a Jesuit? And I know that's not the same as ordination, correct?
No, I entered the society in 1985, took first vows in 87, got ordained a priest in 94, and then finally took my solemn vows in 2005. So I've been a Jesuit since 85, but it just takes forever to get us cooked.
Okay, so you started in 85.
Right.
But you were ordained in 94.
Correct.
And then final vows in 2005. What for those of us at home, and not to mention your host, what could have happened between 94 and 05?
Usually, like other Jesuits, you do a lot of work in the first few years after ordination. In my case,
excuse me, as opposed to what, a diocesan priest?
No, there are many
work,
gifts.
Myles?
There are many gifts, but you don't have to take final vows because at ordination you're set. Unless you become a bishop, Chris. You looking for that?
Now, see, it's not supposed to be a comical show.
No, I'm sorry.
Believe me when I tell you, all over the world, all over the people just chuckled at that one. So believe me when I tell you.
I met the nuncio a couple weeks ago. I could work on this for you.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think, I mentioned Bob Reed, though.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
mentioned
all right,
Bob
all right.
Reed. He's got that little look, the bishop look with the little Yamaha.
Yeah,
Fit perfectly. There you go.
But from 95 to just June of this year, I was out in Chicago. I worked at the medical school that Loyola has, and practiced medicine mainly for the first few years, and then after that I became the senior associate dean, and I ran the educational component of the medical school.
Wow. I want to come back to that, but first tell us about your family. Your family is in the Boston, Massachusetts area? They're all over?
I have a lot of cousins in the area, but my folks have passed away, my sister passed away, my brother is down in New Jersey. He has 3 boys. One of them's a sophomore now at BC.
Oh, wow.
And
I
so
wonder, did you have any pull to get him into BC?
He's
30,000 applicants, only 2,000 get in. We hear about this.
Well,
I wonder if he knew anybody to get him into BC.
2 out of the 3 boys went to Boston College. So, I mean, I just think it's, genes tell.
It's legacy now. It's legacy now. I like it, Myles. I love it. So your family's around it. Now, back to the medical thing.
Sure.
So you're a doctor.
Yeah. I specialized in internal medicine, trained at the Beth Israel here in Boston. And then when I was out in Chicago for philosophy, they sent us there after first vows. I got a degree in healthcare ethics then, and got to know the people at Loyola Chicago. Came back here to Boston and got extra training in geriatrics, to care of old people. And so when I was in theology, I ran the geriatric consult service at the Beth Israel, and then was on the faculty at Harvard Medical School. I was getting my MDiv at the Weston School of Theology, which at that point was in Cambridge.
You're way too smart to be a priest.
Nah, I just like books too much.
Yeah, wow. I mean, seriously. Now, I have an old guy with me.
Yeah.
Father, he's an old priest, Father Connor. And I was wondering if you could come down and take a look at him. He could use some geriatric counseling.
I wonder what he'd say about you.
That's why I know he needs counseling. So this is an easy question then, because usually I often ask the guys, I try to remember, if you weren't a priest, you probably would have been.
A doctor.
Okay, if you weren't a priest, you're a doctor.
What would I have been?
What do you think?
I don't know. You know, what I had always wondered was if I didn't get into medical school, what I was going to do. And I actually was one of those people who loved chemistry. And the field that I liked was organic chemistry, and I thought I could work in medicinal chemistry and make medications. So the people actually synthesize the medicines.
So basically a drug dealer.
I wouldn't put it that way. I wouldn't put it that way.
I'm just saying, Myles, you wanted to make drugs. They had a name for that where I grew up, too. Hey, listen, simple one. What's your favorite movie?
You know, I don't go to the movies much, but the one that I like is Alien. And you know why I like it?
No, I really don't.
It scares me.
I was going to say, because it scares the living daylights out of me. Sigourney Weaver, right?
Yeah, and with all that, you know, the stuff going.
Did you remember there was an actress, Senora? She's an old actress. And the kid Charles is usually good at this. Senora. Simone Senora. Yeah. We were watching Alien, and my parish and this priest, Father Jack Curley, he's gone to God. And I said, what's her name? You know how you kind of...
Sure.
He says, I know her name. Her name is Senora. I said, no, it's not. And finally, the pastor walked in. Now, the bishop, Bishop Dua, he said, her name is Sigourney Weaver. And he said, that's what I said. No, it isn't. So it was kind of fun. What do you like to do when you're not priesting, Myles?
I enjoy reading a lot. I like to cook. And then every now and then, I like to get out to Montana and Wyoming and go fly fishing.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, as the Superior General, you know, Adjutant General, Major, Modern, Major.
Provincial.
Whatever. What does that mean for the people at home? Because, we should tell them, first tell them the difference between a Jesuit and a diocesan priest.
Well, with diocesan priests, they have the very important job of caring for the faithful in the parishes. And so they are really the heart of the church. What the Society of Jesus does.
I like that, by the way. Heart of my heart, how I love that. Sorry, go ahead, Myles.
What Pope Benedict said to us at our recent general congregations, he said, I understand Jesuits need to be out at the frontiers. He said, always in communion with the church, so we do things in education. We're the largest missionary order in the world. We do strange things like being physicians and work at the interface of medical ethics and with doctors and with assisting the church in coming up to perceive some of the answers and some of the difficult questions we get. So Jesuits work in a variety of ministries that complement the work that the diocesan priesthood does.
You're kind of the smarty pants, though. That's what you really want to say, huh? You're kind of the You're kind of the guys who go like, nah.
I'd say that piety and knowledge never are separate. Would you, Chris?
Now you've kind of ruined it. Piety and knowledge when you say it like that. But I'm just saying. No, actually, you guys also are famous around here for the, and I want to say this right, seismology, like the earthquake
Oh, the
people.
Weston Observatory.
Right, I mean...
because there was Father Dan Linehan back in the 50s and 60s, and then Father Jim Sheehan. And so I can remember as a kid, anytime there was an earthquake, they'd go out and show either Dan Linehan or Jim Sheehan with...
That's exactly my... You're older than I am, though. So no, I'm kidding. We're about the same. But I remember that too on Don Kent.
And Jack Chase.
On Jack Chase, and they would go to the observatory.
That's right.
And it would say the name, and it's SJ.
Right.
And as a kid, I said, "What's an SJ?" And then later on, when I said I might want to be a priest, they said, "Well, don't go to the SJs.
Well,
You're not
some
smart
people
enough."
say it's short for soft job, but I know if that's true.
I don't agree with that. Now, around here, it's BC is most famous Jesuit institution.
Well, I'd be careful if you say that around here, since the people in Holy Cross would feel very strongly about that.
I'm sorry.
Fairfield,
That's
also
right,
down in
Fairfield,
Connecticut.
right.
And then, of course, we got Cheverus High School in Maine, BC High, Fairfield Prep, and then our two new nativity schools. So we have one in Jamaica Plain and one in Worcester. And the nativity schools are for kids 5th grade through 8th grade, kids from backgrounds who might not be able to make it into the best high schools. And our job is to help those kids to be able to have a shot at the premier high schools around here.
This has been awesome, seriously, and very enlightening and wonderful. And I understand you're also going to showcase your little talent of playing the guitar for
It's
us.
a very little talent, and actually...
Myles, the viewers are very used to little talent.
Let me tell you the story. I started playing the guitar a few years ago, and I cared for my mother, and as a geriatrician, I care for a lot of older people, and they often get macular degeneration, so they can't see. What really would scare me is to lose my vision. I said, well, if that happens, because I like to read so much. So what I've been doing is taking up the guitar. I play Celtic music, and so I do that for something if my eyes go, then I'll be able to have something to entertain myself.
Awesome. Well, we can hardly wait. We'll be with you on the other side in just a moment with Father Myles Sheehan. You are tuned into Going My Way with Father Paul Rouse and Father Chris Hickey here on Catholic TV, where it's all for you. Well, gang, we're back. Myles, that wasn't so bad in the other room, was it?
No, no, no. It was like the dentist. It was great.
Yeah, I sometimes fall asleep with the dent. Doesn't bother me. Now, let me ask you about this. This is a left-handed guitar. That's not common.
No, but then I'm really left-handed, and I picked it up, what, say 5 or 6 years ago, and I'm so left-handed it was too late to switch.
Who are some of the great left-handed guitarists we were just saying?
We mentioned Jimi Hendrix,
yep,
and
Paul McCartney
and Jerry Garcia.
So you're in good company anyway.
Father Myles Sheehan, 3 out of 4.
So this is fun. These are the Irish songs that you're going to play for us. You're going to play. The first one is called
Sligo Maid.
Sligo Maid, and the people will know it when they hear it?
I don't know whether they will or not. It depends on how well I play.
That's what I was going to say. Well, listen at home to Father Myles playing Sligo Maid.
Thank you, Chris.
Give him a da-da-da-da. There you go. See, it's hard without people right here to know that you did well. So trust me.
It was okay.
Well.
It's definitely
it was positively mediocre. No, I kid.
I think that's about right.
No, let me ask you a question. You said, though, you've never really done this publicly.
No, this is something, with the rest of my life, with teaching and priest stuff and doctoring, and I wanted to have one thing for myself. But when you said I had to do something musical, I figured I would make less of a fool of myself doing this. So, Jesuits are supposed to be dignified. I'm trying to maintain my dignity.
I think you do. You've done a bang-up job. Now, how long have you been playing guitar?
Roughly 4 or 5 years.
Oh, so yeah. So it's not like you had it since you were a kid or anything like that.
No.
Now, is it easier to, do you know the answer to this one too? You're a musical guy. Is it easier to pick it or strum it? I mean, it would seem like it'd be easier to strum it.
It is easier to strum it, but I like Irish music, and so that gives me the incentive to practice. And so my big goal someday is to be able to do what they call a session with crack.
Oh,
you know, not the bad kind of crack, not the cocaine, but with Irish music.
Right.
And
they used to have a session in Brighton at the Kildaris. Was it Kinvara's? Kinvara's, right there?
Yeah, I mean, there's
Boston,
there's a ton of places.
It was a great place. Not that I ever went, but some of the guys from the seminary.
Oh, and they have O'Douls there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there you go. So this one here, now this is a very familiar tune. Everyone's going to know this one. This is called
The Irish Washerwoman.
And this is the one, if you said to someone, play Irish music, this is the one they'd play.
This is the one. Usually better, but this is what they play.
No. Give it take it away, Myles.
Thank you, Chris.
thought you were going to play a little bit of the washerwoman. There it is. You're not going anywhere. We got to just finish up with you. How does it? Go ahead. Give us a. I'll do Irish step. Don't show my feet. Don't show. All right, forget it. Forget it. I was just saying, you know, if you just took a picture of me from the waist up, you could think I was Irish stepping.
Definitely. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. By the way, just so you know, Father Rouse told me on the commercial break, he's got a little thing going on in here. He wanted you to look at him.
That'd be fine.
Yeah,
What's your Blue Cross Blue Shield number?
Well, we have Nick Sinella. You must know Nick, Father Nick Sinella, right? Yeah. And I asked Nick when when I asked him on the show. I said, Nick, have you, you know, do you have any use? He keeps his license up, of course, you know. And I said, but do you get to use your? Yeah. And he said, well, Chris, no one's looking for a part-time thoracic surgeon. This is kind of a good line, you know what I mean? But you same thing though. You could see someone tomorrow as a doctor.
Well, I have a license, but I don't have insurance in Massachusetts, so pretty much only if it was an emergency.
Ah, interesting. Because someone could sue you.
Yeah, it happens.
No.
Not to me.
No. Yeah, I got this thing going on. I want you to check. You know what all I want? Wow. Seriously? Can I get a Z-Pack? Isn't that what they call it? You know what I mean?
Parking at BC.
No, not a Z-Pack.
Antibiotics are not indicated for every viral infection or every sniff. Using Z-Packs indiscriminately contributes to antibiotic resistance and makes illnesses far worse later on.
Sounds like he's reading that. He said, how many times have you had to say that?
How many years have I practiced medicine? Since 81.
I'm just saying. It's nice to have one around, you know?
Offer it up.
I'm my own best doctor.
Offer it up, Chris.
I'm my own best doctor. All right, listen, this has been, Myles, you've been a great sport.
Thank you very much.
Seriously, this has been great. And really and truly, the Jesuits are in good hands.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And you're the Jesuit provincial.
For the New England province, the Society of Jesus.
From Maine to?
Connecticut, the 6 states.
See, it's all New England, just New England, not beyond.
No.
And then they got New York and then
Maryland
South,
and all that stuff.
Terrific. Oh, awesome. So, well, the Jesuits are in good hands. Even though you didn't know the Boston College fight song, I just ratted you out. I'm sorry.
But Holy Cross has wonderful traditions, too. I'm very proud of all 3 colleges, and I'd like you to contribute your donations to the Society of Jesus in New England. Thank you.
That's right. After you give to the Grand Annual at your parish, give to the Jebbies. Listen, you've been great.
Chris, remember where there's a will, there's a Jesuit.
That's right. This has been terrific, and we're going to see you in just a moment to close out the show. You're watching Going My Way. Thanks again to Father Myles here on Catholic TV, and you point at the camera with me, where it's all for you. Well, I'll tell you, was that a great show? Was that a great show? Father Myles, the Jesuit General, Colonel, Lieutenant, something or other.
What a privilege to have him with us.
That's exactly what I was saying. I don't know what he does. I don't know.
He's the boss man.
I know he's the big boss.
I'm sure that all the rest of this community's watching him too.
You're absolutely
all
right.
All over New England.
And I got to tell you, the guitar kind of brought a little class to the show. Kind of artsy. You know what I mean? Didn't you think? A little solo guitar like Jose Feliciano.
That's right.
I mean, not quite that Jose Feliciano, but you know what I'm saying.
I do.
That's right. Thank you very much.
Maybe more of his brother Jesuits will come on the show,
the Jesuits. Wouldn't it be great?
Push for that.
I like it. Let's get the Jebbies. If you watched your buddy there and your boss, he's your boss,
That's
really, right?
Sure.
Father Myles, why don't you do the same thing? Come in, sing a song, have a grand old time, and we'll show everyone what great people, not that we didn't know, but you can show them what great people you are.
Right.
We say to you, we'll be seeing you. Thanks for tuning in. Sing along with us at home. I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. In a small cafe, the park, across the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut trees, the wishing well. I'll be seeing lovely summer's day. In everything that's light and gay, I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you. And we'll be seeing you next time with all new guests here on Going My Way. And you're watching us, as always, on Catholic TV, where it's all for you.